Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love coming spread for all of my Virgos out there. This is a love coming spread for all of my Virgos out there from the week of July 14th to the 20th. Without any further ado, let's jump right in and see what the cards got to say. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see for all of my Virgos out there. Let's see what kind of love coming to all my Virgos out there from July 20th, July 14th to the 20th. From July 14th to the 20th, show me what kind of love is coming towards all my Virgos out there from July 14th into the 20th. Show me Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so right off the bat, we got the World card. So they are definitely in the midst of completing a full loop, completing a journey of some sort. And so what the World card can mean, like I said, it can be the completion of a journey, a sense of liberation, coming off of a trip or something. So whatever, they're ending something. They're at the end of something. That's for sure, of some type of journey, if you will, that they were on. Whether it be emotionally or actually maybe a physical journey. Now, something to be interested, to be watch out for maybe, you got the seven of swords here. So this individual, this love coming towards you, there are definitely, this individual is definitely engaged in some type of sneaky behavior. There's definitely something about this individual coming towards you that is somewhat deceptive. Just to let you know right off the bat here. Now, in addition to this individual, not everyone's all bad, because also you have the Empress card here. So this Empress card represents, fertility. It represents fertility. It represents abundance, material abundance. So, you know what? Before we go any further, let me do some clarification on this Seven of Swords. This is bothering me. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Please give me some clarification on the Seven of Swords here. Give me some clarification on the Seven of Swords here. Okay. Okay. Right off the bat here, like I thought. So, right, to clarify, going back to the Seven of Swords, we got the Ace of Swords here. So there, that represents a removal, clarity of blockages. It's also, in this context, represents probably removal of blockages. It represents another, quite possibly an air sign individual. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So there's another person that they were heavily contemplating if they wanted to be involved with or not, and it looks like they've decided here to have that person in their orbit as well, pertaining to, again, so this person looking for abundance, fertility, material happiness. But in addition to that, we got the Two of Pentacles. And this juggling going on right here, this juggling is quite possibly you and that other individual. And this person is pretty much trying to juggle both of them at the same time here. So that's something just to make you aware of, that there's definitely definitely another individual that this person is definitely showing some interest in. In addition, here we have the Star card. Again, Star card represents the renewal of hope. A new path. So basically, this person is looking to take a new path towards the aspect of love. In addition, here we got the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, this is something rapidly approaching. And also the Knight of Swords represents the cutting something out as well. So again, there's an air sign individual here. an air sign individual, and this air sign individual again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This Gemini, this air sign individual quite possibly looks like it wants to cut you out of the equation. It wants to cut out the so we got here. So this represents renewal of energy. So this individual wants to start something new with someone else, but quite possibly you. And then this is the air sign individual right here. This inside individual wants to, with the card cut here, this air sign individual wants to cut this individual out. So that's what they're doing. This air sign individual, that air sign individual wants to cut you out of the equation, and wants to cut you out quick, very, very rapidly. Get you out the way, so to speak. So this person coming at you, they're not quite done with this other individual, even though they've come full circle. But apparently they still have this person in their orbit. Additionally, you got strength card here. So this individual has a strength card. So it's taking some type of courage to move towards you, to actually take a leap, to move things forward. Got the Knight of Wands. They're kind of being very cautious about it. They're being very cautious about the movements that they're making. They're watching their back. Now, this is, you got the Eight of Cups here. And so that means this person is going to quite possibly walk away. Now the question here is, whom exactly are they going to walk away from? They're going to turn their back on the situation. Since, like I said, this is a reading to see what kind of love's coming towards you. I would say, and I would, I'm feeling here that the walking away is going to be done to you. This individual is going to walk away from you. Again, for you guys, blast me with 1,000 emails. This is a general reading, a general love coming towards you reading. So this may not resonate with everyone, but but for some people, this is very, very specifically going to resonate with them. So just to let you know. So getting back to this here, this looks like this person that's going to walk away, but that person going to be walking away from you. Okay? This new person coming, I mean, it may seem hopeful, may seem like things are popping, but it's very highly likely they're going to be walking away from you. So what kind of strengths are you dealing with this particular situation? What kind of strengths are all my Virgos dealing with the week of July 14th to the 20th? What kind of strengths are they dealing with here? Rising in the Super, show me rising in the Super, show me cards I need to see, show me cards I need to see, show me cards that I need to see for all my Virgos out there. What kind of strengths are they dealing with the week of July 14th to the 20th? Okay. What kind of strengths are there? Okay, so here we go. Just to put that out there. Okay? So I'm going to put it out there. So, what are your strengths? Well, you got the 10 of Swords, and that means that one of your strengths that you have is that you're seem to be accustomed to being stabbed in the back and being betrayed, and you've built some type of armor to defend yourself. So you're pretty much seem like you're pretty much used to things kind of going sideways when it comes to love. When it comes to love here, and so not only are you used to dealing with things of that nature, and being and building some type of resolve for it, but you got the 9 of Swords here too. Seems like you also are pretty used to having anxiety, stress, you know, you've gotten used to the gambit of this. This is something that seems like it's constantly happening to you, and thus the Eight of Cups there. So you pretty much build some type of resolve towards the situation. But also here I see we got the King of Swords here, which is again is the air sign energy. Represents Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Now, the King of Swords energy is a very strong, solid foundation energy. It's a very wise energy. So, because you know you seem like you've gotten your heart broken quite a few times. You build up a very strong resolve, and because of that, you got the Eight of Wands here. Because of that, you just keep on putting messages out there, putting messages out there. You put messages out there. You got messages coming to you. So even though you're used to kind of getting heartbroken, you know, you're kind of getting up on that horse, and you keep on going out there and shooting things out there, and things are coming back to you. So you're, like I said, you're still riding this bad boy. Also, you got the World card, which means that you know, in this case, it could mean a sense of liberation, moving forward, the liberation here. It also could mean there could be some type of travel. The strength is some type of travel, and that's your strength. You may be moving to a different location, possibly another country, possibly, where you think that, you know, things would be a little bit more positive for you. And the reason I say this is because, again, we have the Three of Wands here, which means that you're pretty much waiting for your ships to come in over the horizon. You're waiting to see what else comes in over the horizon here. You're waiting. You got a couple of options out there, and you're just kind of waiting to see how things progress. So again, these are all positive cards. These are all your strengths here. Another strength that you have here is strength itself. Emotional courage, spiritual strength, fortitude, moving forward. So you got a lot of courage. You really have that resolve. This, we got the Justice card here. Justice card meaning you're looking for, you want truth. You want the truth. You want the truth to be revealed to you. You don't want any kind of nonsense, any kind of BS. Maybe, like I said, when this person, looked to turn their back, you were like, well, okay, that's cool. At least I know where you stand, so I can move on. And in addition here, finally, we got the Hangman here. And the Hangman means that in case things begin to go south, you're not afraid to pump the brakes on the thing and say, hold, stop. This isn't for me. So you're not afraid in your pursuit of relationship. You're not afraid to pump the brakes and put things on hold if you feel like you're going into a sideways type situation. So these are all the strengths that you possess here. So let's see what things from your past could possibly affect the outcome of this situation. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. For all my Virgos out there for the week of July 14th to the 20th. All right. So definitely something that could affect the outcome. Eight of Wands. Again, you're sending, as I said, you're sending a lot of things out there, a lot of energy out there, a lot of requests out there, a lot of feelers out there, and a lot of feelers are coming back at you. Eight of Wands is a lot of energy, a lot of stuff coming back at you, almost as much as you're sending out there. So that could definitely change the outcome of this because, as I said previously, we got the Eight of Cups here. So that means that at the end of all this, it feels to me as if this person is going to end up going back to that other individual, which is cool. That's, whatever. But the Eight of Wands energy coming to change the outcome of this is, hey, that can affect the outcome of the situation. You got a lot of messages coming at you. So it could possibly, quite frankly, that could turn this person walking away from you into you walking away from this individual, because you got a lot of things coming towards you anyway, just like they do. Also, we got the Moon card that could change the outcome of this situation for sure. And quite frankly, I told you the sneaky nature of this individual. The Moon card, deception, something being hidden, something definitely that can change the outcome of this situation. Like I said, something from your past, something being hidden. Like I said, you're pretty much used to. Seem like you've grown accustomed to having your heart broken. Again, if the deception is made clear from the start, that can definitely change the outcome of a situation, because you'll know right from the very start this individual is playing games, or maybe using you as some kind of rebound situation, or maybe trying to make someone else jealous, and right from the very start. So that will definitely change the outcome of this situation. Also, we got the Nine of Pentacles. Now, of course, if you just decide to say, you know what, I just want to be single, I'm good, I'm cool with all this, that definitely changes the outcome of this whole situation. If you decide that you would rather be happy on your own, happy with your own, just happy by yourself, that is definitely something from your past that can definitely change this whole situation. Decide finally, hey, I just want to be single. There you go. Also, something from your past that can change it. The Chariot card. Maybe something from your past, and before it feels as though that you haven't really taken control of situations. Taking control of a situation, moving it in the direction that you wanted to go in. Now definitely, if you take control of the situation, that's absolutely going to change the outcome of this whole situation. Quite possibly. Then again, it could not. But if you decide to kind of assert yourself, then definitely could be a different outcome. And finally here, got the Hangman, suspended decision. So if you decide, like again, in the beginning, if you decide to just put the pause on this, again, you're not afraid to put the brakes on something. If it looks like it's going sideways, you decide to put the brakes on the situation, it could definitely change. It could definitely change the outcome. So with that being said, before I end this, I see if spirits have any additional information that they want to bestow upon you. Some rising Venus Jupiter, some rising Venus Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see for all my Virgos out there. See if there's any kind of if there any additional information that you want to give my Virgos before I close this thing down. Let's see. Okay. So, core. Now, in terms of this particular reading here, core means coming from the gut, coming from the heart, coming from the soul. In absence of core, a person's core self in this type of reading, then it possibly, Spirit is saying basically there has to be core there. If there's no core emotion, no core love, something that can be built upon, then quite possibly it would be better if you walked away. There has to be something from the core. You have to be dealing with something from the inside, from it to be a sense of purity. And that pretty much doubles down on that by bringing up the term magnetism. There has to be some type of attraction going on here. There has to be some type of traction, some type of magnetism that you guys, have some kind of compatibility here. And finally, we have listen. So, keep your ears peeled. Listen to what this individual is telling you. Listen to what's going on around you. There may be telltale signs right from the beginning that maybe things aren't exactly as they appear to be. So if you keep your ear to keep your ear to the floor, make sure you can hear what's going on. Keep your eyes wide open as well. So with that being said, I'm going to close this thing down. Again, thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Additionally, hopefully this resonates with you guys. If it doesn't, please feel free to get a personal reading from me. Again, I love you guys. I'll see you next time.